Welcome to Jolly Brew, episode 1,
One.
with Danny Jollis and Matthew Broussard.
And I believe, if I'm looking correctly, we are the first two comedians to ever do a podcast.
My understanding is no other comedian has had the thought to go, what if two comedians just talk about stuff? Just talk about stuff. I think the only thing that makes us unique is actually we're so late to the game. We're so spectacularly late to this that it actually does feel interesting we're doing this.
So dated, it's timeless.
So dated that people are like, well, why are you doing it? And I was like, well, because at this point, and I don't know when it slid into what it slid into, but at this point, once a day, we're talking.
Yes, we became phone friends, which is a big. I always this is phone friendships for men. Third base, platonic third base. It's a real big
Yeah.
move. You can call a male friend with nothing particular to talk about. I don't have a ton of friends in my life. I talk about that a lot. I have three, maybe four friends working on it, maybe a fourth and a fifth person in that, but I haven't maintained it well. Phone friends. One's my brother. Who's the other? I'm working on my cousin. Actually, no, maybe it's just you and my brother are like the main ones. Oh, then
Yeah.
Chase and then Kunal. But yeah, that's a big step for men, and I don't know when we crossed that line, but we
It
did.
happened at some
We
point.
dashed through it, and now we're on the phone for like an hour every other day.
It's it's become I don't know how your wife feels about it. My wife does have concerns at times
The length.
about the sheer volume of us talking.
Well, I get to talk to your wife because oftentimes your wife or my wife and
Yes.
or my wife are on speaker with it, and we never tell the other person that there's someone else present. They just kind of join in.
Yep. Yep.
Like
Yep. Yep.
like the producer on a podcast just starts talking like, "Oh yeah, they were there the whole time." Shout out to
Yes.
Sam,
Shout out to Sam, our producer,
who
uh,
made this happen, by the way.
who very much made this happen because we were incapable. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, but at some point we were like, we talk so much on the phone about everything, and
yeah.
my wife does have concerns about the sheer. I'll use the word support animal for each other.
We do call each other after a bomb or when we're dealing with stuff. And what's nice for me is my wife is very German, and I can't complain too much or she gets tired. But we're both Jewish, and it's
Yes,
rude to not complain. I have nothing to complain about for a Jew is a complaint.
totally, totally.
And with other people, what we do might be rude, but we're like, and another thing that pisses me off, you know who
Yes,
I can't stand right now? You know what I hope goes away? And then upsetting politics conversation. We're trying to do less. We're trying to do less politics. We're not going to go
trying
too
to do
much
less
politics.
politics due to the fact that
Even though
I
we're
don't feel like
correct politically on all of our beliefs,
yeah,
we're not gonna push that down your throat, listener.
I'm not gonna push it down your throat, but I will say whatever you believe. That's basically what we believe.
I don't want to hear politics unless it's mine. But yeah, the phone friends. How many other phone friends do you have?
Phone friends, not many. Phone friends, not many. Like
Rami?
no, no, not consistent. He's too biz. Um, no, I've got like some Skylar. I got he's a good phone friend. And I mean the tricky thing about being a comic and mental health, and this is I think the dangerous thing about being a comic with mental health, is it will feel like we are unbelievably social every single day. It feels like I'm having so much friendship and conversation because I leave the house every night. I go out. I see a bunch of people I know, a bunch of people I like. I have good conversations with them. But it's all transactional because it's in the process of doing what we do. And sometimes I'll be like, I didn't have a real conversation with anybody today.
It's very strange. I agree with all of that. I do like the hang when I'm at shows. I don't feel it's fully transactional. But what always jars me is when I go to a comedy party, someone throws a birthday party at a bar. It's all the same people, but the conversation is so different. It is truly like it's like working in an office and then going to the company Christmas party. Why? There's no formality around what we do. We speak very bluntly. There's no HR, and yet still you remove this thing that is, I guess, for all of us a competition, right? We're all how's the crowd? Oh, how did they do well? They killed. Oh shit. Okay. Like all of that aspect had. But I went to like Caitlin Paluffo's birthday party the other night. It's just everyone I see all the time, no one different. And we're like, guys, we got to hang out more. Let's like
Yeah.
switch phone numbers. Let's do this together, making plans. We sit and at the cellar at the stand, we just sit and chat. It's like it is very close to a house party. Really fun conversations with
It,
very fun people.
yes. But how real you getting? That's where this transcended. Where I was like, it's left comedy for us. I think we talk about comedy sometimes. We definitely sometimes talk comedy, but
Yeah.
I think
You know what else is odd? In that situation when we were at a club and hanging out, I feel more competitive to get the laugh. When I'm at the table with comics, like I go home and I tell Laura's like, "How was the show?" I like bombed on stage, killed at the table.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
mean, I've had those. I've had those where I'm
yeah,
like, I was like, comics loved me today.
dude. And I retell the one joke that got a laugh. That four comics laughing at you feels better than 4,000 non-comics
Yes.
laughing.
Always and
Yeah,
forever. Always and
always and forever.
and
But
forever.
you're talking about mental health. Well, first, one thing I want to go back on is I realized this week. My wife, very popular, lots of friends, works hard to maintain those friendships, throws social events, goes on trips. She had a bachelorette party. I didn't have a bachelor party. I don't work on my friendships enough. She, point for Matthew, doesn't have any phone friends. She doesn't call her sister or her parents to catch up on any kind of more than monthly or quarterly basis. Her friends
Yep.
from college, she doesn't have long conversations with them. So I beat her on that social front.
I think that well, I think what we have is odd. I don't think it's normal. I think it's very support animally, but I also think it has multiple times saved us from losing
Yeah,
our minds.
yeah, sometimes we drive each other downward into that spiral.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
I've been known to
Yeah. But we both.
occasionally.
What have I saved you from? That's nice to hear. I didn't know I was helping you through bringing up my money situation too much during a year where it's not the best for you.
Hey, that's the
My
fun of
fault.
Danny, baby.
Yeah.
Um, it's fine for
It's
the
fine.
record.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make Danny sound
Yeah,
like he's
I
struggling.
do fine.
I'm
I
just
do
having a good
fine.
year on the road. And Danny
But
is. This is truly remarkable. And to your credit, I've had a good year financially, and you have been legitimately happy for me. And you are by no means required to do that.
well, I think that's a big because back to and we're back to origin story. You and
Hmm.
I meet in 2015, 2014,
13.
2013 at the San Francisco Comedy Competition,
Bay Area bombing competition. Yeah.
the Everywhere But in San Francisco Comedy Competition,
Minus the JCC,
minus that one JCC.
which we both did very well on that show.
Well, that was the one with an audience, so that
Yes.
really helped.
Yeah.
Um, I found that
Well,
was really helpful for some of the shows is when there was a crowd.
mhm. It's funny. Look, I hated it at the time, and for years I hated that competition. But now I'm like, God, I hope things like that continue because there's no infrastructure for comedic development anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Give us now anything that resembles a structure and something where it's like, hey, you have to figure this out. But we met there, and then our careers have like kind of always doing this
Yep.
because it's like I still have the acting thing that's like always got it.
Which I'm
You,
very jealous of, but very happy for you.
but then you merge into acting all the time.
It's been a while, and never anything that sticks. Always just like, oh, I think I got nope, okay, and another 12 months of not even callbacks.
Well, I
Uh,
I mean, I've had the odd thing where I'm on a lot of stuff, but I've never been a regular.
yeah, you've been recurring, but even
I've
to me,
recurred a ton.
recurring has been my New Year's resolution. Book recurring or regular, either would be such a victory for me. Um,
I've recurred, baby.
I did
You
get title card in a movie, not title card, but opening credits.
so now we're cooking.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was the Billy Crystal one.
Hmm.
I mean,
Have
that
you had
was
what? You've not had? No, you've probably had
indies for sure. Yeah, I've
indies.
led it.
Yeah,
I've led
I got
indies.
I got theatrical release though, even though no one saw it because Billy
Well,
Crystal was dedicated to a theatrical release even during the pandemic.
I've had a couple theatrical releases, young man, and most
No, with
famously
title card. Sorry, with name
with
of
a
the
title card. That
were
one you
you
might got
after?
me. That one you might get me.
But you've been in a much bigger movie than me, so
I've been
a
in a much
real movie.
I've been in a much bigger movie. But small part, but that's my thing. But
Oh, the notable part.
but hey, something.
Also, what else are you going to get in a Brad Pitt movie? Like,
You never know.
small
You never
parts
know.
now even go to huge, like, it's crazy.
Oh,
The smallest parts, like, they got that guy? He has 2 million followers. He tours.
I auditioned for this like small part in a TV show recently, and it was small, small. It's like a throwaway character. It was like it was recurring, but it was like not an important recur, not an
Hmm.
important recur, and I nailed the audition. One where I got off and I was like, "Yep, playing a real guy. Guy looks like me." I was like, "I look like, yep, that's me."
Hmm.
And 3 episodes, he doesn't do much. He's just kind of like one of the lawyers in a situation, but a real guy.
But a real guy.
Justin Bartha,
Who's that?
the Hangover, like the
Oh,
one that he's left. But I was like,
on the roof.
yeah, but I was like,
Wow.
what?
That's sad for him, kind of.
No, that's good for.
That's good for him. Okay.
I
I
guess
had one.
it's not great, but all I knew is I was like, well, that's unfair.
Yeah. I had one It was an audition, just a character I was a really good fit for. Douchebag, I don't know, real estate or finance guy. The lead runs into him and he was like, "Oh, you're still doing this kind of thing?" Like, like that kind of that characters remind the main character that they're a loser in a fun,
Sure.
not
Classic
super
Broussard.
ambitious kind of way.
Classic Broussard role.
One scene knocks on the door, walks away. Hassan Minaj
That
against Jennifer Lawrence.
would have been cool.
Did you see that movie, by the way?
No, what movie is that?
The one where she's the babysitter?
Spectacular movie.
Yeah. I just saw that there was a scene where she fights someone naked. That's the funniest thing any actor has ever done. Like,
Have you seen the movie?
no.
And what is that movie called?
Sam, you
That
know?
that movie is called. Fuck. Let me look. It is. That's a movie that you will watch and you'll be like, how it flew so under the radar, and it's so fun. No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. But it did get a lot of love for being an R-rated movie that made money.
It got
R-rated
there.
comedy that made money.
It Yes, I think it did make money, but it should have made a lot more. It was like, and Jennifer Lawrence, in classic Jennifer Lawrence fashion, talk about a celebrity that'll just piss you off with how great she is.
I used to think she was just like manufactured. Like, oh, they have
That's
all these
everybody's
funny
instinct.
moments where she's just witty, but like it's just put. I'm like, she's for like 15 years. She's funnier than almost every comedian I know. Off the cuff, I don't know what's going on there. She must be the best hang. Like, wow, she is a funny person. And
She
she had her only naked scene ever in a movie. She's fighting someone in a slapstick style. It's like, hey, I'm an A-list actress and I'm gonna have my first nude scene. Oh, is it gonna be sexy? No, quite the opposite.
so funny. It's so. She is somebody who it's like she'll go on a talk show, and I'm like,
Here we go.
all right, why is this on my feed? Because it always shows up on your feed, and you're like, why am I? Why would I? An A-list actress talking? Why? Why? Why would this ever end up on my feed? And then you're like, oh, because it's genuinely one of the most funny, charming 3 minutes I've ever seen.
Yeah, her Cynthia Erivo moment where she kind of like punctured the pompousness of all of her press tour was I delighted in that. I think everyone did. We were like, someone finally calls this lady out on being
Yeah,
so high on her own supply.
it was. She's amazing. God,
Yeah.
she's good.
So, question that comes to mind. We're talking about mental health. I had a good talk with a comedian friend of ours who was telling me her mental health is declining as of late. And I noted my mental health has gotten better, but my physical health is deteriorating rapidly. Which would you rather, Danny? Today's question: mental health or physical health? Which would you rather?
On episode 1 of Jolly Brew, let's get people caught up on where we are to start this podcast, both mentally and physically.
Are you being sarcastic or?
No, I kind of think it's a fun way to start. Let's go with where we're at, because I do think it is worth noting about you. Your body is crashing down on you,
Falling apart? Yeah.
falling apart. It looks great still.
It's optically, the decline doesn't match visibly what's going on. I still look
Yes.
like a guy who exercises somewhat regularly, even though I barely can. Um, I'm just in a lot of pain, back pain, everything. Started always lower back, middle back is what's really debilitating now. And then knees are really starting to fall apart. I think it's all like posterior chain loading still. It's all like very mechanical things, but just a lot of pain symmetric. I'm giving this so in case physical therapists listen and can think of something my numerous physical therapists haven't. Just kind of like just a slow decline. No arthritis, no spinal issues, no bones, no nerves, no it's not really cartilage or any of that. Just I'm in a lot of pain. I sleep in different beds. That's hard, and then even on stage I get tired now. But mentally, it's way better.
Great.
Brick.
Not an
I'm
easy
wanting,
time. Not an easy time to keep your mental health up.
yeah, I also have like a little more wind in my sails career-wise right now, so maybe if that goes away, but I have like most of what I want with stand-up right now, and I can acknowledge that, and I'm not as worried about the respect of my peers or industry darling status. So at peace with that, and maybe the physical health puts all that stuff in perspective, because man, when you lose your body, fuck.
Well, that's the thing is I'm like, I think my answer is physical health is
Where are you,
probably
by the way? Where are you right now? Mental physical health check.
so physical health, I don't feel great.
You
Not,
live in
but I
LA
move
though, so
moving well, but
yeah, that's
fluc-
physical health.
that's physical health. I fluctuate in weight. We know this. If you've ever seen me on camera, you've noticed this.
We all talk about it behind your back. There's
I
numerous
believe me, the
numerous
amount
group
of times
texts.
I'm posting videos on Instagram, I'm like, well,
It's funny. I've never noticed you go up or
I
down.
go, I oh and Sam producer just said and to his front, by the way. Uh,
Wait, what? I don't get it. And to
oh,
his
he
front?
said it says and behind our back, and he said and to his front.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I also yes, people. I fluctuate, and so right now I can fluctuate a ton, but I have gone up again. So now I'm trying to get myself back down. I just fluctuate, and it just mental health wise, the fluctuations really affect me because I see
hmm
it so quickly, and it takes me so long to go down. It's very tough. It's very tough. But physical health wise, what I will say is moving great. No,
Wonderful. I'm very
no
jealous of that.
knock on wood, physical pain.
hmm
Huge,
hmm
huge. Um, can still handle long weekend trip, come back, need one good night's sleep. I'm kind of back, which is good. Mental health wise, yeah, I think given the circumstances,
The world, yeah, the state of the world is pretty distressing.
like, you know, I mean, even on like a goofy level, right? Like in between the first shot at filming this, we had a 5 minute false start on this recording. I briefly opened Twitter.
Stupid.
Stupid, dumb thing to
Look
do.
at porn. Just watch porn.
It's better for your brain.
Way better for your brain.
It's way better for your brain.
hmm
And I opened up Twitter, and it's not even upsetting what I saw. In theory, I scrolled for 2 minutes. In that time, I saw counted it 6 AI videos.
Wow.
6 things where I went, not real, not
hmm
real,
hmm
nope, not real. And
hmm
I just, yeah, and just this, and this feeling I think I get very regularly where I go off the internet and I just go, what are we even doing?
You know what kills me with this scroll on the internet? Of course, AI is upsetting. I'll see like a video of like the president's private militia executing a citizen with no consequences, and then the next video will be like a comic doing a joke, and I'm like, this joke got 500,000 likes. Equally upsetting. Equally upsetting for me. I'm like, and I'm just in a bad mood because of it. I've just learned you can't get online at all. Like there was weird guy to quote, but Trump asked Theo about cocaine. Very fascinating, like part of that podcast.
Seen it?
Where Trump was like, "What's cocaine like? So is it fun?" And Theo goes, "No."
Yeah.
He was like, "I do it. It doesn't even feel good." That's how I feel about social media right now. Where I like because I use Brick. I can't recommend Brick enough. Man, I wish they would sponsor the podcast.
Brick,
Um,
sponsor the podcast.
Please, like I will. You don't need to write me a script. I'm a good public speaker. I can speak to earnestly to my experiences, and it's changed my life for the better so tremendously. But the brick is the device that is kind of you can stop yourself from using social media. I've tried everything. This is the first thing to work. And when you come back to it, it is wild when you quit an addiction, and you take one taste of it again. You go, oh, this is immediately upsetting. I see how it affects my inability to sleep, even if it's hours later. Just agitated, I can feel the cortisol. I can feel my physical state changing just by watching just the first three posts, how much they upset me. I also have a theory. This is a theory. I will oftentimes have to open up Instagram to check a message or post something, and then I get lost in scrolling before I can even do that task. And I thought, why? Why, Matthew? Why are you so pathetic? And then I try to reframe it. Don't ever insult yourself. You're not going to get anywhere. Think about just the situation's cold. They go, what is the first post they're showing me when I open it? What is when I've not been on Instagram for 3 days and I open Instagram? What do you think they're going to show me? And I think they're going to show me something excruciatingly incendiary, or there's a better word for it, inflammatory. And I've been checking that. When I open it, I take a screenshot of the first thing it shows me. Always upsetting. Always, you can't look away from it kind of post. Where you're like, I'm going to check my messages. Oh, I got to look at, I got to read the comments. What is, oh, wow, I got to watch this. This is
Yeah.
so troubling.
I mean, and by the way, I think you and I are, and we can almost make it a recurring segment of one of us has a theory because we're big theory people.
A lot of theories.
A lot of theories. I think we come up with the reason whys a lot. We like a good why. Why are they doing this to me? Why when I open social media, why did they decide to change it from here's something a little, here's what your friend's up to here's somebody getting shot. Why? What's
I
the
don't need a
benefit
theory.
for them?
Laura and I, on her birthday last year, were sitting at a brunch place, and tables are really close together in New York City. You can hear the whole conversation. Two young employees for Facebook were talking about it, and they were saying, my friend asked me, I love kittens. Why can't you just show me kitten videos? And the reason is because there is a point of satiation. There is enough cat videos to go, okay, that was great. I'm done with cat videos. Versus feeling scared, feeling fat, feeling upset. That scroll never ends. And they talked about how the process of trying to get new people addicted to social media is very fruitless. It's a very difficult way. But to get someone who's already addicted, more addicted, much easier to pull off.
You're like the James O'Keefe of tech.
Who's that?
You don't know who James O'Keefe is?
No.
James O'Keefe.
I'm not, by the way, I'm repeating what they said.
No,
This
I
isn't
think that's
something prepared.
what amazing intel.
An earshot. They didn't care. I heard it.
Yeah. And by the way, you say that, and it isn't like I'm like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, that tracks with everything happening. Sure.
Everything.
James O'Keefe is a Republican ish social media guy. And I'm going to slightly simplify it, but I'm kind of doing him as much justice. He'll put on like a fake mustache and like a slightly different nose, like some of the worst outfits you'll ever like. Truly, like, but somehow he will get somebody from somebody's. He'll get like, if it's a Minneapolis thing, it's like the Minneapolis governor's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take them out for drinks, and he'll be like a character, but he always has a hidden camera.
Taxi cab confessions kind of feel.
Yeah, but except instead of tax cab confessions, think intense political stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll basically get like some staffer. They'll at some point be like, what I think most politicians say, but they'll end up being like, they don't even care about this thing. They're not even doing anything. And then he'll put it out and be like, I got him. And it's happened now 30 times. He's probably done it 30 times. And it is this thing where like every time at some point you see like his costume, and his costume is literally just like a mustache. And you're like, hey guys, lock in on what this guy looks like. Like, I'm impressed by what he does. I think what he does is good. I think what he does is mostly good. It's a little misleading, but I think actually like, hey, if people are saying these things to somebody, that's not good, and we're allowed to say that's not good. But man, laziest costumes in the game.
That's your issue with him.
That's my biggest issue. It's like, come on,
Not the
dude.
deception, not the
Yeah, not the obvious
political
breaking.
obfuscation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I need people to be better. But you're like the James O'Keefe of Facebook because you got in there.
I just eavesdropped on it, but yeah, it was wild, and they were like kind of like giggling about it was the disturbing part. They also talked about how Facebook. They're like, I also feel weird because like Facebook might have been responsible for a genocide in Myanmar. Is it Myanmar?
Who?
Like
I mean, what an insane thing to say.
it. I mean, it is the allegation made by the memoirist, the Careless People book, which I recommend reading or listening to.
That's so funny. How old are these people?
Like early mid 20s.
Yeah, just to be in their early mid 20s and be like, hey, they're basically having the "Are we the bad guys?" conversation.
Yeah,
Are we the baddies? They're having the
I
"Are
feel
we the
like we are
baddies?"
kind of the baddies. I don't even know what to do. I mean, this is getting too serious now, but like,
Wait, can I go here? I'll pull us
please,
out of
like, take
serious
it
if you
somewhere
want.
fun.
Take
Take
it
it somewhere
somewhere
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Is there a more interesting experience than going out with your partner
Hmm.
to have a nice dinner and then be next to a table where their conversation is so much more interesting and you have
Yeah.
to be like, so sorry, I know this was supposed to be about us, but we both need to agree that we're going to make this.
No, we don't need to apologize. We go, oh, we found our entertainment for the night. We've been
Oh,
together. Laura and I have been together 9, 10 years, so we're like, yeah, we're gonna eavesdrop on a first date. We're gonna figure out if that's a call girl.
yeah.
It's so fun, and it's always so. There was one we listened to where it was two women sitting next to us at a sushi place, and I thought it was just like, yeah, that's how women in their late 20s in New York, that's their existence. This is like an episode of Sex in the City for me. And Laura was like, ugh, that was so cringy. And I was like, I thought it wasn't. Usually it's cringe. Usually it's always cringy to hear someone else talk. And you then you go, but not me though. And you're like, of course me. Of
No,
course
of
it'd be
course, I'm the
embarrassing.
most compel. No, me, I'm the most compelling person on earth. How could anybody criticize my literal thousands of decisions that don't make sense?
Yeah. And everything I say is original and incisive
Nobody's
and not
ever,
the slightest bit.
nobody's ever had the thought
Yes.
of we should have sex with our friends. Go on.
But we just eavesdropped on them, and I thought it was really cute. And then they were, oh, okay. I just realized I'm making a sculpture, but I've already made it. The
Hey, 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 make a video and title it, "You want to see ADHD just absolutely in practice?" In the middle
This
of
is a
your
bit
in the middle of your own sentence that
of my
happens.
own sentence. I used to press send on a phone call and forget to put it to my ear and just hear a distant hello, Matthew, Matthew, hello. This is a bit that Laura won't do, but I think it's very funny. Which is, they say having a partner with ADD is like living with a child. No, it's like living with a very, very old person.
Yeah.
Why did you put the empty bottle back into the fridge? That's what people with dementia do. I
Yeah,
forgot what I
yeah.
was talking about. Oh, other people's conversations. Yeah, I think Laura she cringed more because the girls were similar to her, and it may be like she feared, she had the Steve Urkel thought. Yeah, you always worry that's what you sound like.
I mean,
In New York City, for me, it's great because it's a lot of like, to me, it's a lot of like alternate universe me's when I hear like finance guys talking. I'm like, could that have been me? Could I be one of these finance dudes?
I think you would have had a crash out.
Laura and I talked about this morning. I couldn't have been an iBanker. I don't have the physical endurance. I like my brain, but me in that environment is like, it's like putting a Greyhound in an Iditarod. You know what I mean? It's not that they're weak, it's they're not designed for the task.
Yeah, well, so because I think both of us could have had, I think you could have been finance, me sales. I could have been
Yeah, you could
sales.
have been a great salesperson.
I would make
Jeez.
so much money at sales.
Genetically. Your dad wrote a book on it.
My dad wrote many books about sales.
Yeah.
My dad's job. I was born for sales. When I did sales accidentally at one point as a day job, I almost set records. I was destroyed at sales. Um, but I do think I'm always like, I think I could have done sales and I would have had a crash out at some point.
Yeah, you would have, because Laura has crash outs like every 2 weeks. It's so hard. Laura takes like sales dropping as bad as bombing. Like you think, oh well, you just won't take it personally. You do, because
Oh,
every big sale you have, it's like when you match with someone on Tinder and you just see your whole life together. Your brain just starts counting chickens,
yes. Well, it's like I mean, I get
and the
like that when like,
vacation you'll take with it, all of it.
I mean, I have a great audition for something every now and then, right? Auditions really kill you because you do this
It
thing
hurt.
and like And then you get the like, they really like you for it. And you just start counting. You just start going, okay, so I'm filming that for the next 3 months. Because you also do, because when they book you, by the
Cancel
way,
this date. That's gonna be fun. I wanted to cancel that date.
it's like, oh, I get to cancel that date. But also you're like, because the problem is when they book you, and then it's like, so next week. So you have to kind of make, it's impossible not to think a little ahead because you kind
Hmm.
of gotta. You
You
kind of gotta
got.
be like, if I
How
get the
would I change
call,
that flight? Would I have to fly straight from? Yeah.
how am I? Yeah, where am I getting it? How am I actually think I could keep this date maybe because it's kind of
Hmm.
near there,
Hmm.
whatever. And you just, but also you go monetarily like, okay, we now have that money coming in. I put that like, maybe we end up, maybe we do the carpets that we've been talking about that I've told Jess 100 times we're not doing those carpets because we don't
Hmm.
have the goddamn money. And then it's like, but now I could, and she'll be so happy. And then they went with someone else, and you're like, ah.
Especially if you get close, man.
Well, I mean, I've
Lot.
tasted that money. I've tasted it.
Yeah. This is why it's nice to not even get close most of the time.
It genuinely, I go, it's like, it's hard because you do at the end, you're like, I got close, and that means I did a good job. You do the
Hmm.
talk with yourself. Hey, and like, every young actor, I'm like, hey, even getting a call back, you know what that meant? Getting a call back means there was an email sent that said, hey, we like this person. And then your reps said, wow, they like that person. And all your reps go, hey, they liked him. And they just all remember that you're capable of being liked. So it's like, it's a good thing. We want a callback. But man, that feeling of like, that's
It
gone.
hurts. It's I don't audition because the audition stuff. It's walking out where you just feel so drained. I remember in college I would like stay up all week studying and then you take Adderall and then the test you finish the test and you come back and you're like, where's the relief?
Yeah.
Where's the moment where I can just go, it's like this the stress and the anxiety kind of lingers. For me, especially because I get really stressed out going to an audition. I never feel like I have my lines down. I feel like I'm not going to be loose. The camera's going to turn on. I'm going to stiffen up, and it happens a lot.
I I mean, I'm good at the audition, but I do think that's why I encourage everybody. I'll make a sales pitch right now for everybody to run a marathon in their life. I think it's the best thing you can do, and here's why.
Sensitive given my state, Danny.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I'd love that.
You'll get
Tell
back.
me. Why? What does a marathon teach you?
Here's what a marathon teaches you. Marathon, everything in life. There's no victory moment. There's so few victory moments in what we do,
Hmm.
right? You film a special, you work for years, you get these things, but the second, even when you book something, you film a special and you go, I got to write a new hour. You're immediately back to, I got to write a new hour. Like you get to celebrate it for like a night, but there's immediately a job ahead.
Hmm.
You book a role, but then you're like, you're excited. Oh my God, I booked it. But then it's like, okay, I have to do it. So now I'm scared. And if you're a smart actor, you go, now actually like really lock in.
Hmm.
This is when actually you have an opportunity now to showcase yourself way more than an audition, which is actually on set doing a good job. Then
Which
it
is
airs.
very hard work. I don't know if people realize.
I mean, the amount of actors I see on sets where I go, they're almost there like, this is my victory. And it's like, no, this is actually the job. This is where we want to lock in now. Now we lock in actually. Like people show up to the job, not that like fired up. And you're like, boy, you probably showed up to the audition so locked in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now we actually go harder. Then it airs, but by the time it airs, that money's already come in. You're already on to the next thing. There's so few victory moments in life.
Hmm.
Whatever, sales, everything. A marathon is this thing that you train 4 or 5 months for, and then you do it. And when you cross that finish line, you go, that's the end of that thing. I get to just bask in a win.
Yeah.
That feeling is so unique. And I encourage everybody to run a marathon as a result.
I encourage everyone to make an art project because that's I think more of finishing a painting, finishing a sculpture,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
finishing a
you have
craft project. That's to me the equivalent now.
it's a shame because you don't talk about your sculptures on stage as much anymore. But
Set up. Yeah.
people should know it has remained canon in your life.
I've gotten back into it after about a year off. I'm sculpting again. It feels really, really good. Man, I missed it. I need it.
It's good to have an activity. I've kind of lost my activities right now. I need like a non stand up activity or acting.
Need it. Yeah.
You need it. You got to find shit like that. This is what we talk about on the phone, is things like this, things where we're like, hey, we got to find how are we doing? How are we doing mentally?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. We
Pointless
call
shit
each
is
other and we
great.
go, "How are we doing mentally?" And then our wives get various levels of concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is. I think back to male friendship. I do think for some people it is off-putting to see male friendship. I think it can be hard to see and be like, "You guys are just talking, just
Yeah.
just two men chatting,
Yeah. Gabbing away.
just
Two hands clucking.
just yeah." Like it's so normal. I feel like for women to be like, "Oh, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna yeah," but for two men, just like
But we don't do dinner together though. That's what women do. Dinner together.
we do if we're in the same place.
I don't do that enough. I guess you do that. That feels so weirdly formal to me. Let's grab dinner.
Oh, I love a dinner.
I'm like, without my wife? You and I did a double date. That was so fun.
Yeah,
Jess is great. You have an awesome wife. Not
we
all
have
my
great
friends
wives.
have awesome wives.
We have great wives.
We have great wives.
I think we say that very openly. We have great
Girls
wives.
can hang and talk about art projects. Jess. Anyway, I think we should wrap it up. Are we were gonna keep it about this length? Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll talk about Jess's art projects later.
We don't need to talk about our art projects. Believe me, the
We
people.
do. I'm so impressed by them. I was floored, but we can save that. I am going to be in Chicago, Cincinnati, Charlotte, Houston, Texas, Lafayette, Baltimore, Boston, DC. And that's my spring, but a lot more dates also on the calendar for the fall. But check out the website. Buy tickets early, please. You don't have to, but
For the
sell
love
my
of
tickets at the last
God.
second, and I can't add a show if we had that demand.
People don't because you're right with both of us right now. If you're listening, you're right. You could buy it at the end. You can,
Unless it's the Saturday early or the Friday early, you can probably grab a ticket at the last minute.
but don't buy it ahead of time. It helps me out.
Mm-hmm.
Helps us out to not stress. You can catch me in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Los Angeles, California, Tyler, Texas, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Not yet on sale, but coming up. And then the last one I'll say, Pullman, Idaho, and Moscow, Idaho.
Go
And that's
Idaho.
my end of
That's-
March.
That's some backwater markets.
Some of
Mixed
them.
in.
We got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a real place.
No, I know about Tyler and
Sure,
Moscow, Idaho, yeah.
listen,
Which
you know,
I think listeners might not realize that's more illustrious. To
you can
perform
only
in
do
no-name
Chicago.
towns.
You can only do Chicago once a year.
Right.
You can only do Chicago
mean-
once a year.
The fact that I've done Bozeman, Montana is much more of a point of pride
Oh, yeah,
than any major
yeah.
city.
We're out there.
Yeah. All right.
All
Thanks
right.
for listening to Jolly Brew.
Hey.
Check out episode 2 coming out when we film it.
Goodbye.
Bye.